parents out there. My name is Sarah, and I'm going to simplify the process of your baby's brain developing while in the womb. So, I want to start by saying that according to Prayer and All in 2006, your baby's brain can start developing as early as 3 weeks after conception. However, it really takes off in week 7, which is month 2. So in month 2, a lot of stuff is happening. So first, the brain starts to develop like 7 layers. It starts with the neural plate. So the neural plate eventually becomes the brain and the spinal cord. So the neural plate is the starting point. The baby's brain starts to develop 7 layers. The outer layer being the cerebral cortex. And according to How Possible, which is a YouTube channel, back in 2017, the neural tube also develops in month 2. This is the spinal cord and other neural tissue of the central nervous system, which is at the core of the brain. And during week 7 and 17, months 2 through 5, the nervous system continues to develop and is fully developed by month 4. A lot of stuff is going on in between month 2 and month 4. We've got the neural plate becomes the spinal cord in the brain. The brain starts to develop its 7 layers, with the outer layer being the cerebral cortex. The neural tube develops the spinal cord, and the central nervous system is developing up until month 4. So after week 17, the layers of the brain continue to grow a lot thicker, building with more neurons and neuron connections. So the baby's learning and growing about in its environment. Up until, those connections continue to grow. But those layers are getting thicker and thicker until month 8. So during this time, the baby's hearing develops and it begins to respond to sounds, which I think is really cool. And in month 8, the baby can see and hear. I think it's pretty cool. By month 9, the baby has coordinated reflexes such as blinking, grasping, and turning its head. So really quick, I want to go back to the neuron information. It's pretty complicated, but to simplify it, basically the neuron has different parts. The part that I really want to focus on is the dendrites. So as the baby's brain is developing, it's developing neurons. The dendrites' responsibility is to receive signals from other neurons and then carry it back to the cell body. The cell body is what has the nucleus in it. By the way, this information is from an ASU PowerPoint titled How Does the Brain Develop? So the axon is like a thin structure and it sends the signals out to the terminal buttons. Once a terminal button is pushed, then neurotransmitters, which reside in the axon terminal, will transmit information to different neurons. So just a fun fact, also from the same PowerPoint, the average number of neurons in the human brain is 100 billion. So that just kind of gives a little bit of context, like how many neurons are developing and how complex the baby's brain is at this point as it's developing. And then some information too about after birth. So the baby's brain doesn't stop there. So although the baby can see, hear, respond to sounds and different stimuli, the baby's brain continues to grow rapidly, producing billions of neurons, dendrites, axons, and it doesn't reach its peak until the infant's year 1, their first birthday. And then in the first 2 years, the baby's brain increases from 25 to 75% of its adult weight. So essentially, between week 3 and 2 years of your baby's life, it's when the brain is really developing in its most vital way. This is the most important experience for the baby at this time. So yeah, that's the brain development starting at as early as week 3 to the 2nd year of age. I appreciate you listening, and hope you have a great day.